April seems to be a massive month for cozy gaming news, and not necessarily in a good way. So today we're going to be covering everything going on with Palia, and why I think this could be the beginning of the end of seeing this game. We've got an update from Concerned Ape about the console edition of the new Stardew Valley update. We've also got new cozy games that have just been announced, and as always we'll be going through the best and biggest cozy games coming out in April. So make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all things new and cozy on the Nintendo Switch. And let's get into this. First up, let's cover everything that's just happened with Palia. As just a few days ago, we got some pretty big news that has honestly made me a little bit concerned for the future of this game. Now, Palia is actually only a 6-month-old game, and in the last 3 months we saw it come out on the Nintendo Switch, and just last week it finally got launched on Steam. But despite all of this, we got the news that a third of the company have now been let go, and today we're going to talk about it. Now, there being mass layoffs in the gaming space is definitely not something that's new in 2024. If you just go and have a look on Twitter or on the news, you can see that it's happened across the board, and it is devastating. But this is just especially concerning for a game like Palia. Palia is a free-to-play live sim MMO, and it relies on constant updates in order to keep players coming back for more. Be it their limited time events, the new temples to explore, new story elements, or the future promise of things like more areas on the map to go and explore. But it's not just the fact that it's a live service game that has got me worried, it's also the fact that Palia is very much just not a finished game. And it really worries me that the team is being downscaled by such a large percentage when there's still so much that needs to be done to this game. Like, for example, the Nintendo Switch version of the game, even after a couple of months, is still not running great, and we've got no real updates on when a performance patch will come out. And despite the fact that I love Palia, I can also acknowledge that the game doesn't have a whole lot to do in it right now, and that's basically because a lot of the content is just the grinding for resources, or the grinding to try and catch a rare fish or rare bug, which was something I was hoping would be changed in the future. A future which is just a little bit concerning. Now, Singularity 6, the company behind Palia, have issued a statement on the recent layoffs, saying that following the release on Steam, we evaluated the support needed to deliver the highest quality gameplay service for long-term stability and made the difficult decision to reduce the workforce. And they go on to say that this was not a decision made lightly, and this came after careful consideration for what the business needs to support Palia and its community. Now, this does kind of make clear that we can expect updates to the game to continue going forward, but to me this is also potentially saying that the monetization model they have for Palia right now might not be working. And honestly, I'm not entirely surprised about that. Right now, their only real way of making money is to purchase the cosmetic items. And these are outfits that you can only put on your character that cost around £20 or so to get. And let's be honest, with the UK being in a recession right now, a lot of people can't afford that kind of money to buy clothes for themselves. So chances are most people aren't going to then spend that on cosmetic items for a single character in a game. And whilst I do really appreciate the fact that Palia has no adverts, no pay-to-win mechanics, and doesn't shove microtransactions down your throat, something might need to change soon in order for Palia to just exist. I think a good example is Disney Dreamlight Valley. Now, this started with a comparable, if not larger, player base than Palia originally did. But within the same time frame, not only did they have the addition of paid items like house skins and decorations, they also had the equivalent of a season pass, which, if you paid for it, rewarded you for playing the game. And then to finish this off, they also had the introduction of paid quests as well, which had further exclusive items. Now, I've made it clear I'm not really the biggest fan of Disney Dreamlight Valley's monetization methods, but I thought this was a good example, as Disney Dreamlight Valley was originally going to be free to play, at how the two games set themselves up very differently. And of course, I really hope that I'm wrong and this has nothing to do with the profits of Palia, because I really do enjoy the fact that microtransactions are such a small part of this free-to-play game, but it does make you question if Palia will even survive to make it out of beta with its current model. So what exactly does this mean for the future of Palia? As of right now, I honestly don't know. There's been no further official statements made by the company or really anything to go by in the Discord. And all we can really hope is that the development process isn't really impacted all that much and everything that they promised will still happen. But I do think we'll see some changes to the game going forwards. I think it's safe to assume that updates and hot fixes are going to take a little bit longer to reach us, and I wouldn't be surprised if the monetization model changes a little bit and we either get more things that are monetized or different ways in which they monetize Palia just to make sure that it lasts. But regardless, my heart goes out to everyone who's been affected by the layoffs, and all I can do is thank them for their hard work on a game that I've loved so far. Next, let's quickly talk about Stardew Valley, as a lot of us are just sitting around hoping that the 1.6 update is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch sometime soon, and the update is... we don't really know when it's coming, just that they're working on it and they're going to let us know as soon as they know with a release date. Then we also got the news that Thatcher, an incredible cozy game that has been critically acclaimed on all the other platforms, is finally coming to the Nintendo Switch this summer. This is a tropical open-world adventure that follows Thatcher, who sets off to rescue her father from a cruel tyrant. This will see her climb, glide, set sail, swim, and explore beautiful islands as she goes, in this fantastic cozy game that is truly unlike anything else that has come out. Now, I've never played this before, but the part I'm really interested in is the fact that this is a physics-driven sandbox-like game, and this will allow you to take control of animals or any object you can find by soul jumping, which involves you playing set songs on your ukulele, each with their own effects. And the Nintendo Switch version of the game is going to have all of the updates which all the other consoles have already received as well, including 8 brand new songs, each with their own effects. I honestly can't wait to get my hands on this. I need an exact release date as soon as possible, but I'm just glad to see the Nintendo Switch not be forgotten. Another brand new announcement is Sunset Hills, which is set to release on the Nintendo Switch this summer. This will see you play as the adorable dog Nico, who, after being discharged from the army, decided to start writing novels and set off on a train into the unknown. This is a journey that will not only see you pass through different countries, but also meet a variety of different people. But not only is this game absolutely beautiful and has a wonderful story that will see you dive into Nico's memories to learn all about his past experiences during the war, you'll also be set to try and solve puzzles as well. I am personally such a sucker for a good point-and-click adventure, and this just seems right up my alley. I cannot wait to play this later on in the year. Now, before I wrap up this video, I just want to go through a few cozy games that are coming out later this month that I'm really excited for. First up and releasing today is Botany Manor, and this is a game I have been so excited for. And despite only being a little bit of the way through, this is most definitely living up to my expectations. Botany Manor is a really innovative puzzle game that's centered around plants. And as you explore this 19th century English manor, you'll be able to find different seeds. And it's up to you to go and search for clues in order to figure out which conditions they need in order to bloom. But this is also more than just a puzzle game, as this deals with some quite difficult topics amazingly well as well. One thing to just bear in mind though, this isn't a particularly long game, but I have been having fun with it so far. Then we have Planet of Lana releasing on the 16th of April, and whilst this is not nearly as cozy of a game as Botany Manor, it's a game I'm excited for nonetheless, because it looks to be absolutely beautiful. This is a cinematic puzzle adventure that sees you play as a young girl who embarks on a rescue mission with her loyal companion as machines destroy the balance of this world. Now, I've played a little bit of this on my Xbox already, and this has a fantastic balance between puzzle elements, platforming-like sections, but also story and world building as well. Not to mention the fact that the game's entire aesthetic is absolutely beautiful. Again, this is a game that has outstanding reviews on all the other platforms it's come out with, so if this plays nicely on the Switch, this is a definite must-buy. And then on May 2nd, we have Endless Ocean Luminous. We don't know a whole lot about this game other than the fact that we got the trailer in the last Nintendo Direct, but if you're someone who loves the ocean and loves ocean life, this will definitely be the game for you, as this basically sees you swim around with a bunch of your friends, discovering all the aquatic life that you can find under the sea. And with no oxygen mechanics, no health, no being attacked, this is just a really chill adventure, so long as you're not afraid of the deep ocean. That's it for April's cozy gaming news, but if you want to see the best free games on the Nintendo Switch, click this video here.